What's up, guys? Today we're at Audubon Zoo in New Orleans, Louisiana. You know, I've always been to this zoo every time we go to New Orleans, Louisiana, and it is one of my favorite zoos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video as I take you through Audubon Zoo in New Orleans, Louisiana. Starting off our trip to the zoo with a beautiful flamingo exhibit. See that waterfall right there? That's where the flamingos like to relax. Got the Audubon Marketplace, that clock tower, another clock tower, even the cafe, and even that abandoned Earth Lab building. You got the Shell's Wildlife on Stage entrance right here. And you got the Whooping Crane exhibit right here. See him right there, relaxing next to the pond. That's him over there. Here we have the fountain. There's elephants. Meerkats watching the show over there. And of course, some lions. You know, whenever I was little, they used to have hippos over there, but now they don't have the hippos anymore. But at least they still kept the elephants, so that's good to know. Alright, entering the Asian domain. And here's that statue over there, welcoming you over to Asian domain. First up, we got a Sumatran orangutan right here. Hanging out over there. And he's guarding the beautiful inside house, or should I call it the temple here. Oh look, another waterfall. Here we have the Amur leopard, curiously wandering around. And we have a hidden leopard statue right there. And yeah. Here's that little baby elephant statue, separated from the rest of his group. Here we have a sun bear just lounging on a tree. Oh look, here's him crawling on the tree now. That's a real honey lover. Here we have this sign right there, and we have this waterfall that I don't think it's on. Here we have these 3 elephant statues which normally spit water, but I don't think they're on. And here's this temple over there, and the arch which leads to the rest of Asia. Or should I say Asian domain. So, here we go. Here we have some Burmese mountain tortoises here. One's munching on some lettuce. Here we have a babirusa just wandering around. Normally they have the otters out, but unfortunately I don't see any. Actually, they're right there just snoozing away. Here we have a barashinga. You can see 2 does right there, along with a zookeeper cleaning up their exhibit. Normally they have bar-headed geese in their enclosure, but unfortunately it looks like they're not out as of this visit. Here we have an exhibit that's normally for the tigers, but unfortunately, as of this visit, they're not out. Rats. Alright, here we have the Asian Elephant Pavilion. And there's the screens that are normally on, and you can color elephants, but unfortunately, half of them aren't even on. There's that elephant right there, just inside that building over there. Oh look, a little duck. Quack quack. We are actually in the habitat after a full walkthrough of the Asian building. And look, you can see the baby, little baby. Oh, orangutan, still up there. Here we have the pollinator garden and the entrance to the indoor viewing for the orangutans. And here we have a sign that reads, "Thank you to the patients at Children's Hospital, New Orleans for helping us select Madu's name." They said that cover was brief when they installed it following the window breaking, but they turned it into a permanent one. And oh look, here we have an orangutan walking now, along with their little baby. Aw, look at that. Look at these little babies wandering around. Look at the little merles. We have a gazelle over there, a butterfly, a bird, another mural containing orangutans, another one containing an elephant, or depicting, shall I say, and a last one depicting birds flying. Do you see them in there? Well, poor little structure. It's been destroyed by an earthquake.
It's ruins.
It's now ruins. Heading into Bamboo Village. Got that little elephant statue right here. This shaded area right there. And some bamboo. Heading under the lights now. Passing by another shaded area where you can sit down and relax. Here we have wind chimes and a broken down fan. Oh look, we have a boy holding a turtle. Would you want to give this guy and the turtle a name? Please tell me in the comments down below for what the name of these duos should be. Oh look, we have a little stone right there. Here we have another sign. Another seating area. And another yard. The tortoise yard's under construction. Here we have the puppet show that I don't think they're doing any puppet shows today. And here we have a parrot in the enclosure. His name is Boomer. His dad was a scarlet macaw, and his mom was a blue and gold macaw. Tank is a radiated tortoise, and he's 40 years old. Can you believe it? And he's hiding in the tall grass. And there's a sign that reads, "Happy World Parrot Day." Exiting Bamboo Village now, and we have a duo riding on a tortoise. If we were to give these guys a name, it'd be Frank and Joe, named after the Hardy Boys. And this tortoise, I'd say Sebastian, named after the crab from The Little Mermaid. Their actual name, however, is Elijah and Isaiah. Isaiah. And the tortoise, I'd still call him Sebastian because we don't know the actual name. Here's the entrance to Cool Zoo, New Orleans' first and only water park, from what I understand. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go in. Wah, wah, wah. It seems like the carousel is under renovation. And here we have the party rooms. See that over there? That looks like Cool Zoo. I'm only going to show you a view of it, but we won't be actually going into the water park because we won't be able to, unfortunately. And here we have another view of the elephant habitat. And over here is the entrance to Gator Run. You know, one time I had a party at Audubon Zoo, and I even got to ride the carousel. How lucky am I? And I even got to ride the train. However, Cool Zoo was closed during that time. Here we have the train station, but unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to ride the train today. Wah, wah, wah. All right, here we have Safari Cafe. It's the place where I sometimes get to eat at during my trip to Audubon Zoo. And here's the entrance to the World of Primates, which we're about to go through right now. Here's the waterfall that you see when you enter. And here's the sign that reads World of Primates. Here we have some white-throated capuchin monkeys right here. Look at them just laying down over there. Here we have a white-faced saki and a golden lion tamarin. You can't hardly see them at the moment, unfortunately, but here he is right now anyway. But unfortunately, you can't really see the saki anywhere today. So let's move on. Here we have another viewing area for the golden lion tamarin, but unfortunately, you can't really see him from here. There they are, just relaxing up in that corner over there. Here we have an Indian peafowl just hanging out on that tree over there. What do we got over there? It says this exhibit is temporarily closed and we apologize for the inconvenience. It was a brief closure after its inhabitants moved out, but hopefully they don't turn it into a permanent one. But hey, at least the waterfall is still up. There. Here we have a wolf skiing, relaxing in that corner over there. And here we have an eastern black and white colobus. Look at these buddies just taking a nap over there. Here we have a siamang. See, the ones at the Gulfrey Zoo tend to be very loud. But here, they're just quiet and taking a nap. Well, looks like Audubon has done it again. They just blocked the preview of the African savanna habitat. Now, this is what they would normally do to keep that magic alive. So, yeah. Here we have a black and white rough lemur here. And then on that guy, he's just munching on lettuce. And here we have the other lemurs right there. Just hanging out. Here we have some black howler monkeys just hanging out in that box. Now don't fall, buddies, or it's gonna hurt. Here we have a mandrill. This is their exhibit right there, but Unfortunately, they must not be out today. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, wait. At least, oh look, here comes the mandrill coming out now. See, they must be out. I was kidding. Here we have a western lowland gorilla. And here they are right now in their exhibit, which also includes wind chimes.